How does a kid make more than $500,000 per year as a digital marketer who was raised in a traditional Asian household to grow up to become either a lawyer, doctor, and engineer, graduate from college, was planning to go to doctor school, and turned out to become an entrepreneur who started his own digital marketing business and now makes over $500,000 per year? Well, that kid is me. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you exactly how I became a digital marketer, how I got into it, what got me started. Do you need any certifications, degrees? Is it easy? Is it still even possible to get into this industry and still make that sort of money? So taking back to the time of when I was just 24 years old, I've been in this business for about 6 years now. We started this agency back in the end of 2018, November of 2018, and I had, struggled with just trying so many types of different businesses because I wanted to make money online. I no longer wanted to work a 9-to-5 job. This was when maybe a year or two after I just graduated from college, I was going to become a physical therapist, and I was working at some jobs and kind of just bounced around, but I got sick of commuting. I got sick of driving, clocking in, having a supervisor watch over me. So I was, fed up, and I was like, hey, there's much more that I could be doing in my life. I want financial, location, and time freedom. And so I bounced around a lot of different types of online businesses, and I'm telling you guys, I pretty much did everything that was out there, right? Airbnb arbitrage, Amazon FBA, Forex trading, pretty much almost everything that you guys could think of. And it was one day until my friend, they were like, hey, we purchased this course. It's an SMA course by the name of a guy named Ty Lopez. And he had made this term popular in 2018, 2017-ish. And it was SMA, which stood for Social Media Marketing Agency. And the idea was for you to go out there and find local businesses to run ads on these social media platforms to generate more leads for these businesses, to generate more customers and helping them grow. And prior to this, I had no marketing experience. I didn't have any business experience. I didn't have any sales experience either. So I took this course with my friends, and I was the only one that happened to actually finish the course. However, that course alone didn't give me enough knowledge or confidence to go out to the real world and, talk to real life people and helping them generate more leads. So I took a few more courses, and I learned a lot of free content off of YouTube and things like that. And I finally learned how to run Google Ads in order to generate leads for clients. Okay, so the first step, guys, is to learn the skill, obviously, right? So you can learn some type of skill that you want. In this case, for me, we are primarily a Google Ads agency. We use the platform Google to generate high quality leads for local service-based businesses. And at the time, I had just learned, I took a Google Ads course, so I learned the basic and the fundamentals of how to put together a Google campaign. And fortunately enough for me, I had reached out to a friend who was actually doing this. He had a little bit of success with it, but I believe at the time when I reached out to him, he was no longer doing it anymore. So he's like, hey, here are the courses, here are the resources. Here's what I did to get my first clients and all that good stuff, okay? So sure enough, I started cold emailing, cold calling, just a bunch of businesses. And I remember booking an appointment with the lawyer. It was a criminal defense lawyer, and I was just so nervous because I had no sales skills. I couldn't talk to people. Mind you, when I was taking these cold calls, my morale was just so down. I would hang up on myself because I was stuttering. I didn't know what to say. So truly starting from scratch, from zero experience. Some of you guys watching this video might be more comfortable with sales, might be more of a people's person than I was. So that's not gonna be a problem for you. But for me, I was terrible at it, okay? So step two, if you can, find somebody to mentor you, okay? Find somebody that's already done it, someone that has proven to have done it, teach you and show you how to, and pretty much guide you. That way you can speed up that process a lot faster. Being this, that you don't need certifications, you don't need degrees, you don't need to be a certain age. You can literally start this business from home, like myself. I'm fortunate enough to now work in the one of the biggest penthouses here in my city, and it's all because of this digital marketing business. So it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter where you're located in the world, as long as you have some type of internet connection, you're pretty much able to work. Okay, so there are kids out there that are like 17 doing 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 per month. Okay, so even though I'm making about $500,000 per year, that is still, I would say that's like a small to medium fish in this industry. There are still much larger marketing companies, much more digital marketers out there who are probably doing more in revenue than I am. And that's totally cool also. But I'm totally happy with where I'm at, and we are growing every single year, which is a beautiful thing. So step 2 is find a mentor. Find someone to guide you, skip that learning curve, and help you get into this to get things rolling. Now, like I said, it's optional. If you guys can't go that route, then just get a lot of free content off of YouTube, such as my channel here. I've pretty much been documenting my entire journey from when I was in my parents' bedroom to here now in the penthouse. Okay, so that's optional. Now, step 3 is that we need to start prospecting. Okay, start reaching out to people. Like I said, you don't need any degrees. You don't need someone to tell you that, hey, you can start this business. Okay, you literally can start today. Obviously, you can might want to learn how to do the fulfillment part at least, and that way you could offer it as a service. And under the digital marketing umbrella, right, it's a lot of categories, right? There's lead generation, and then there's under lead generation, you could do multiple ways to generate leads. You can run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, right? You could design a website. You can manage social media accounts. You can run, you could do SEO. So there's a lot of things under this umbrella that you could do. You can just find whatever service that fits you, whatever you like, whatever you align with the best, or whatever you prefer, then you're going to be good. So finding that service is step 1. Option 2 is finding a mentor. Step 3 is when we start reaching out to people. So pretty much I would spend my days just cold emailing, cold calling, and just talking to as many people as possible, and hopefully getting people to be interested in my services. And from there, I booked my first appointment. It was with a criminal defense lawyer, and like I said, I was just so nervous. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. So what I did was I had my mentor take the sales call for me. And so I would pay him, I believe at the time, since I was so nervous, I offered him a really, really handsome percentage of these, of whatever deal he closes. And I believe at the time was 40%, right? Which is really high in today's standard. I mean, you could probably just find closers for 10%, 15%, 20% at best. But because I was new and this was my mentor, I trusted him to just take the calls for me and close the deals. He hopped on this first call with me, not with me, but he hopped on the call, closed the deal for $2,000. And obviously I gave him his 40% cut, but this was the beginning of my digital marketing agency. I had finally closed my very first high ticket client. And I've never seen anything like this, because we just made $2,000 off of a phone call remotely at home. We didn't need to drive it anywhere. We needed to clock in anywhere. We didn't need any type of certification or specific degrees. It was a, hey, here's what you're looking for. This is what we do. We can get the X results in X amount of time frame. And it was a deal. $2,000 wired over. And that was the first time that had really excited me, because I knew now the potential of this business. And so always signing your first client, no matter how much it was for, it was $500, $1,000, $2,000, you're going to feel really excited, because now that light bulb is going to spark. You're going to have that motivation to sign your second, third, fourth, fifth client, and so forth. And then it just becomes a snowball effect. And as the snowball gets bigger, your business grows and you're good to go. So step 3 was just prospecting, getting people to book appointments. Step 4 is obviously to delegate if you guys can. Okay, so I would say that is step 4 on how I've been able to grow my agency, is by delegating. It was for so long that I was trying to do everything myself, trying to make these cold calls, trying to do the cold emailing. even trying to do the fulfillment and things like that. But I quickly learned early on that I wanted to stick with my strengths. And in this case, since I went through the Google Ads course, I thought I was an expert in running Google Ads to generate leads for customers, right? Even though I didn't have any experience yet, but I knew that my weakness was I couldn't talk to people, because prior to closing that first deal, I was still, I was hopping on sales calls myself and I wasn't closing anybody. No one believed me, no one trusted me. I had no credibility. I didn't know how to explain myself. I didn't know how to structure a sales call. So it was such a learning curve, learning experience that I had to go through by delegating and then listening in on how my mentor was taking the calls and just learning from that, right? Because the calls were recorded. He gave me a script, sales script, and I would kind of just match how he was doing it and things like that. So he was closing, a lot of my deals in the very beginning. And it wasn't until, I got comfortable with getting results for clients, I knew what was going on. I had a much better understanding of getting results and, speaking the right terminology with clients and things like that, and understanding their psychology and what it is that they want and all that good stuff. And that's when I got comfortable with taking sales calls myself. And then that's when, I got better at that, taking more sales calls, closing more deals, and so forth. So, it's one of those things, guys, where you absolutely need zero experience in, but if you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to accept that, hey, it's not going to be, an easy path, and I'm willing to learn as I go, and I'm willing to face these struggles and these obstacles, and I'm willing to improve, right? Just having that mindset and understanding that you're not going to be good in the beginning and things aren't going to go your way, then you're already like 90% ahead of most people, because most people, they go into this business thinking that's a, get rich quick or easy business. And I'm here to tell you guys that there are no businesses out there that is easy. No matter how easy people make it seem like their business is doing, it is never easy. Okay, so the flexing lifestyle that you see these gurus posting, when they share their phone and how much money they're making, they're scrolling and all that good stuff. Yes, it all looks great on paper, it looks all great on video, but they're just showing you the best parts. So I'm here to tell you guys, up front, that is not easy. No business is going to be easy. But I can tell you that digital marketing is, in my opinion, the most simple business to start. The most simple, because like I said, you literally have to make little to zero investment up front. You can literally start today. Just grab this laptop, find some businesses, pick up the phone and say, hey, I can build you a website. Or hey, I could put together a Facebook ad campaign for you. Or hey, I could, create some content. And so for you to post on your Instagram, your Facebook, your social media, so that you can build brand awareness, right? You can literally do that right now, right here from home. So there aren't any excuses for you to not be able to start a business and make money online. It's literally the most simple business to start. With that being said, it's the easiest business to start compared to anything else, right? You don't have to make any investment. You don't need any certifications. You don't need to go to school for this. You don't need to be a marketing major. You don't need a business major. You don't need any sales background. Obviously, if you have experiences in those things or whatever the case may be, it's going to help you, yes. But I'm talking to you as someone who literally started from scratch, didn't know the word entrepreneur, how to spell it, knew what it meant until I was the age of 22. Because like I said, I was raised to become a lawyer, doctor, engineer. Traditional Asian household, we were not wired to start a business. It was too risky, right? And for me, this was the route that I wanted to go, and I understood that going into this, that I was willing to make mistakes. I knew that I wasn't good. I knew going into this, I was not good, and that you just need to show up every day and be patient. All right. So step 4, like I said, is just delegating. And as we have grown to a 7-figure agency, I've taken more things off my plate. Once you get to this point, and you can do this earlier in your agency as well. But the cool thing about running a digital marketing business is that you could outsource and delegate your entire business, your entire agency, meaning you could outsource the sales part, which is what I did in the beginning because I couldn't close deals. You could outsource the fulfillment, right? So in my case, I was doing all the fulfillment myself because I went through the course, so I felt confident that was a service that I offered. But for you, let's just say you're like, hey, you know what, I just wanna be the person that manages the business. I don't wanna work in the business at all, or maybe you don't have time to learn how to, do social media ads or whatever the case may be. You could literally outsource that to someone ahead of time, right? So maybe you're not good at fulfillment, but you're good at talking to people and you're good at sales. You could find what they call a white labeling company. You could find a freelancer off of Upwork or something like that. Find somebody that's good that could do the fulfillment for you. You do the sales call. You find the clients. You collect the payment, and then you just pay you just outsource your fulfillment to handle the service for you, and then you keep the money as the middleman. And this is actually how business owners operate, right? The business owner doesn't actually do everything in their business. They're usually the face of the business. They're usually more focused on how to grow their business instead of the fulfillment, the client communication, the team management, and things like that. And so for me now, like as we've grown our agency to 7 figures and we've made multiple millions of dollars with this agency now, and doing like I said, over $500,000 in annual revenue. I've been able to outsource team members. So we have people that take care of fulfillment. We have an operations manager that oversees my entire operations and makes sure that the business is running smoothly. And it doesn't really necessarily need me. Like I could be in Hawaii right now, or I could be across the country, or if I need to just step away from working, then I have an operation manager that does that for me, right? So we have the operation manager that pretty much oversees the whole business, and then within the business we have the people who are doing the fulfillment. So for example, we have Google PPC managers that handle clients' fulfillments. We have people that onboard new clients if we ever sign new clients. We have the sales team. And then even for making this YouTube channel, right? I have people that edit my videos. Obviously I have to record my own videos, but I have the video editor, I have the thumbnail creator, I have the person that uploads the video and does the SEO and all that good stuff so that you guys can enjoy these type of content. And for me, I would not be able to run my business, have a YouTube channel, be able to help students start their own agency if I was doing everything. It's a team. We need a team, and that's how you're gonna get further in anything, is by having a team. So outsourcing is one of the biggest components of scaling your business, and it's a big mindset shift once you get to that point. From 0 to 10, maybe from like 0 to 10, 15K, you could probably run your business by yourself and just keep most of the profit and run that. But once you start scaling to 20, 30K plus, you're gonna need a team. And you're not going to be able to do everything yourself unless you do, and you're gonna end up getting burnt out, okay? And you're not even gonna be able to sustain scalability if you're doing everything yourself. And so a lot of like 7 and 8 figure business owners, that's really the big mindset shift, is learning how to find, A team players essentially, right? These superstars to come work for your business in order for you to grow and scale. Now, with the outsourcing, you might be thinking, Jordan, where do I outsource it to? It sounds very expensive. Well, when you go and outsource your, parts of your business, you can literally find people in, overseas. Obviously, we have team members here. We are, U.S. based, but there's some parts of the business where you don't need to hire someone in the U.S. base, right? Your money can go a lot further if you outsourced it, in different parts of the country. Your dollar can go a lot more, and a lot of the times, these people are much more certified than you. They have much more experience, and they are just as good, if not better, than the people here, okay? Now, obviously, the language barrier might be a little bit off, which is what pretty much what you're paying for and what you're saving money on, but the language barrier has never been an issue for me. English is spoken all around the country, and so we're able to bring on these team members who speak, fluent English, and they are very committed to their jobs. They are, a lot of times, have more experience than myself, right? Because I've only been doing this for 6 years. We have team members that's been doing it for 15 years, 20 years, and things like that. So it's great to have these team members be able to be on the team and help me grow. And so as a digital marketer, what is it that I do exactly and how do I do it? Is it easy? Like I said, no business is easy, but I believe that digital marketing is the most simple business that you could start in today's time to make your first million the quickest. It's online, it's remote, it's efficient. You can literally do it right now. Doesn't matter how old or where you are located. You don't need any degrees, you don't need any certifications. And you can just travel anywhere in the world and be able to do this. Now, what are like some of the cons of digital marketing? Well, as you start to grow your business, obviously when you first sign maybe your first 5 clients, you're going to be really excited, right? Because you're starting to make money, you have business, you have revenue coming in, you're helping people grow their business. And that is a beautiful thing anytime you're helping somebody else improve their lives, essentially, right? But some of the cons and struggles with digital marketing, because I don't want to make it sound like it's all gravy, right? With the business, obviously, it's because it's such an easy entry business to start. A lot of people have gone into this industry not really understanding or knowing how to run the business the right way, and they end up burning their clients, right? So a lot of these business owners who work with these marketing companies who are newbies and young kids, the business owners end up getting burnt, and they don't get the results that is promised. So it kind of gives a bad rap on, digital marketing or marketing companies, because now it's harder for business owners to trust marketing companies and actually move forward with them because they've been burned by so many times in the past. But on the contrary, if you are a good marketing company and you are honest and you just set the expectations right, then you should not have any problems. But if you are going into this thinking that you're just trying to make money quick and you're really just trying to sell the dream and set crazy expectations for business owners, then you may not be able to last in the business. But as long as you're truthful, you're honest, you get results, you set the right expectations, then you won't have any problems. And that's what we've been doing for the last 6 years, right? We're in 2024. I started my business in 18, and 45% of businesses fail within the first 5 years of being in business. So it's great that we've already surpassed that 50% mark. We're on the other half the companies that have survived, and hopefully we have many more years to come. And my YouTube channel, I've used this as a platform to document it, so that you guys could follow along and see it for yourself. And not only that, but hopefully inspire you guys to go out and do whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's with digital marketing or with any business that you go into, because it's coming from someone that literally started from scratch. I'm no smarter than you. I'm no more skilled or talented than you. I've just showed up every single day and went to work and try to get better every single day. And, I've tried many businesses. This has worked out for me. So that is the type of mindset that you need to take. Doesn't matter what type of business you're going into, whether it's digital marketing, Airbnb, or whether it's your job, right? Maybe you are happy with your job and you're just trying to get better or get promoted, right? So that is the type of mindset there. But coming from someone that just from scratch, from zero, it's just been such a blessing, and I'm so grateful every single day to be where I'm at. I've purchased homes for myself and rented those out. I've purchased my family a car. We go on vacations. I have my own place. I have my own car, and it's just, I wouldn't trade it for anything else. Obviously, there's struggles. It's an emotional roller coaster at times when business is tough, but overall, if you are meant for this business in general, and you have the mindset for, you're thick-skinned, I would say it's totally worth it. And I would just just show up every day and do it. And so hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions on anything about digital marketing, how to start it, how to grow it, how to sustain it, how to scale it, how to survive in it, or whatever the case may be, give me your questions or thoughts in the comment section below, and I try to get back to everybody. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a thumbs up, show some love so I can drop more content, more videos for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.